Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Elias and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. In the last episode, we were working on Thaumcraft mainly, trying to get some automation with Thaumcraft, and what we ended up doing is automating the shard production, and we were waiting on some stuff with the lasers so that we could start working on getting an Enderman farm, which is something I think we're gonna do that today. We're gonna step away from the magic for this episode, but this is the shard farm. Basically, we put recipes in, and it gives us what we want. So that is really nice to have. We also have this infusion provider. I don't remember if we made that last episode or before, but basically, we're working on trying to get more Essentia stuff and all that kind of fun stuff so that we can kind of just work on automating Thaumcraft more and more and more and more. So the plan for today is we're going to do a little bit of work around the base, getting some of the automated systems so that we can get as many shards as we need. So for example, kind of reworking the redstone right here. I don't know about the obsidian. That could be something we could automate as well. So we'll take a look at those, and actually that might be something good to do. There's a way to do automation with that kind of stuff, and then working on eventually getting this stuff automated. So soul sand, so that it's imported as we need it rather than anything else. And we're also going to be using this guy, the aqueous accumulator, for another machine, which we're going to use to get ice. So, and we could potentially in the future make another one for snow if we wanted to. It requires the same thing. It requires power and water. The glacial precipitator is that machine. So that would be a potential way to get things, but I don't know that we're going to do that or not. I haven't decided yet. At this point right now, we don't really need that much snow. I don't know that snow is super useful, but the main thing I want to work on today is getting an Enderman farm so that we can start collecting Ender pearls en masse, so that we can continue working on the creative energy cell, which requires a ton of resonant energy cell frames, and that requires a lot of Enderium. Nothing else is too difficult with that, but it's one of those things that would be nice to have. So I think the first thing I want to do is we need to make, let's see, do we have any chunk loaders? We do not. So we're going to need a chunk loader. So let's pull that up. Is there any sort of... Oh, well, no, never mind. We can just do chunk loading with this. So we still have, it looks like 8 more chunks we can chunk load. And I can claim a lot more after that. So our entire base is chunk loaded. I kind of want to keep it that way. And if we start running out of chunks to keep loaded, I'll kind of go through with them and kind of decide what is going to be the best. So with that being said, we need to make the ender chest. And in order to do this, we're going to need an ender tank frame, which is pretty straightforward. We just need 4 eyes of ender. 4. And we're going to need 2 of these guys. So let's get this. And now we're going to need iron chests times 3, 4. We're going to need more chests than that. We're going to need 6 in total. And let's see what else we're going to need. We're going to need some wool, and we're going to need obsidian times 8. And we just throw that into here, and we'll crush it up. So that'll take a second, but it shouldn't be too bad. And while that is working, I have a machine frame here. That is for the glacial precipitator. And then I should have another machine frame in here, because I went ahead and made another one. And this is going to be for the grinder. We need another grinder so that we can actually do something with we can actually kill the Enderman. And you know what? If we have some dark glass, that wouldn't be bad either. So let's see if we have any dark glass. We don't. So we'll make some more dark glass. That's fine. Let's see. We just need glass. And is it normal glass or it's thickened glass? So we need sandy glass. Let's get like 20 of that. I'm gonna pop down here and smelt it up. So the plan is we're just gonna build a box. I believe a 5x5 box is all we're gonna make. Speaking of that, we're gonna want our sledgehammer. We're gonna want to take this guy. We could use a slaughterhouse, but there's next to no reason to. Alright, so we should have the obsidian, so we should be able to get the both ender chests. And then we'll need a little bit of wool, and we'll be good to go. So, let's see. Can we make... No, ender chests. We are missing the wool. And it is normal wool. So 1, 2. And there's 1 and 2 ender chests. So we need 2. And I think what I want to do is we're going to put the other one... Honestly, like right in here. And I think this will be a good spot for it, right here. So we just need a servo. That's easy enough to get. And, you know, resonant servo will be probably the best just to make sure we get as much stuff out as possible. And always enabled. Where did that stuff come from? Oh, did it dump it in? Oh, it dumped it into it. So we need to get that stuff out first. Where is... It's over here. Alright. We need to get this stuff out first before we do anything else. And throw this stuff back in here. And then what we're going to end up doing is we're going to make this, let's see, we have ink. No. Does pulverized coal work on these? I want to make this, I want to kind of designate this black, black, black. Cool, it does. That way, when we set our ender chest up in the end, it's color coordinated. It makes sense to me to have Enderman being black, black, black because, well, Enderman. So, if we want to make some dark glass for this, we're going to need more of this stuff. So we're going to need more wool. So string, set like that. Let's just make a bunch. Doesn't really matter. I can go grab more wool pretty easily. One of these days I will set it up so that the system automatically gets the wool and the string and the mob drops and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll get this kind of resituated later. We're going to need void upgrades and all that kind of stuff. And I'll have to filter things a little bit more diligently than I currently am, so that's why I don't want to do it. So let's see, we have everything but the grinder. And then we're also going to need, oh no, we're going to need power as well. I forgot about that part. So if we're going to use a grinder, we need power. If we don't use a grinder, then we don't need power. But the problem is, what do we use to kill the mobs? We could use, let's see, things that we could do. We could use spikes, punji sticks for if we had like a little bit of a fall, or we just figure out some power source. I think we're going to figure out a power source. So let's see, plastic is annoying to make, so we're going to need a bucket of rocket fuel. And we're going to need to make some plastic. This is a little bit of a pain, but not that bad. We have a lot of rocket fuel, so it's not an issue, really. It's just a matter of kind of dealing with it. So, what's something we could use that would be easy enough for power? For now, how bad is a Tesseract? Just out of curiosity. Tesseracts are pretty bad. That's easy. It just takes a lot of advanced circuits, and I really don't want to do that. Plus, octadic capacitors. That's just a lot of crafting, but everything else with it is not too bad. Do we want to forget about the Ender chest and go with a Tesseract? But that's been such a waste. So, we need a self-sustaining system. That's what we'll do. Okay, I have it. I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's get the grinder because we're going to need this first. Plastic. Let's see. We're going to need rubber of some sorts. Of course, I don't have any. Where is all that kind of stuff? Trying to think. Let's grab a rubber tree and some bone meal, and we'll grow it real quickly. And then chop it down. Cool. So with that taken care of, we should be able to... let's teach the system. Let's see. How much space do we have in the redstone furnace? Plenty. So let's teach the system to cook this. And put that stuff away. That will give you raw rubber. Or the rubber bars, rather. And then this stuff cooked will give you the plastic. And what we'll end up doing is just a little bit of automation. Not really anything other than getting the plastic so that I don't have to do it myself. So if we grab plastic, we need 3 more of those. And then do we have all the other stuff? No, we need compressed sawdust times 4. That's easy enough. And then once we have the plastic, which it should not be too much longer, we'll go ahead and get everything taken care of. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to make an ender generator. Generator. And how bad is this to make? We can't. Never mind. Well then, what we can do is we'll do something. We'll worry about that in a second. So first of all, we need machine chassis, which is pretty easy, other than we need the basic capacitors. 1, 2. I think one of the next things I want to start working towards is getting that kind of stuff automated. We're going to make a couple of laser assemblies, and we're going to get them automated, because that's going to make my life a lot easier. So can we do that? Let's teach the system how to make blank patterns. Let's see, wood and sticks, and we'll get 2 of those. String, paper, which, do we know how to make paper? No. Teach the system how to do that, and then to make paper is just a matter of getting some sugar cane. So we'll teach the system how to do all this. So we can get books times 2. And then we're going to need electrical steel, and let's see what else. We're going to need the ender. Fluid conduit. I thought we'd have those. We need servos. And we need temperate fluid ducts. We need hardened glass. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So once we have this taken care of, let's see, we'll just need some electrical steel, which is, I think refined iron will work. Let's see, electrical steel is refined iron and silicon. So silicon is pretty easy, and we'll get refined iron. And we'll say put these two things together in the induction furnace, and we'll get electrical steel. I think that's going to be the easiest way to kind of deal with that, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so with that taken care of, we need some sort of generator. Do we have anything like that? I don't believe we do, so let's see if we can't get... I guess first of all, let's get some electrical steel. And can I scan the encoded patterns? I can. Cool. So that goes into the induction smelter, and we'll tell the system to make one more, and then we'll be able to get the grinder. So the other thing we're going to need is we're going to need power of some sort. And I think I'm trying to decide what's going to be the easiest way to get power. So there's the grinder. We're going to need a couple other things. We're going to need so item ducts. We're going to need some servos. We're going to need, let's see, what else? An angel block. And you know what, let's put some of the stuff in here. So we'll put this stuff in here, not the ender chest, that would be bad, and item ducts, servo, I guess servos. So let's grab the other one. And then when we get over there, we can kind of take what we need, and worst case scenario, we just come back. So we're going to need some fluid ducts as well. Doesn't really matter. I want a trash can for fluids. So let's grab a trash can and grab the fluid one. I have to make the trash can first. So there's a fluid trash can. And I'm trying to think, what else are we going to want? We're going to need power lines, so let's grab some flux ducts. Hardened flux ducts should be good enough. We don't need that many. And I'm trying to think. Let's grab one more servo for a reason. If we can get... Let's see what kind of generator we can get. So, generator, can we get a survivalist generator? That would be nice, and that'd be good, but I don't think it'd be super good. Furnace generator isn't bad. So, what do we need for this? We need an Invar gear and another furnace. So that should be everything once the Invar gear gets made. And what we're going to do is we're going to just have this powered with coal blocks or something along those lines. How are we for coal? We have a lot. So let's take coal blocks and we'll basically tell the system, hey, you can accept coal blocks. And yeah, that'll be good. I think that'll work. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to set up a farm in the end. So let's turn our jetpack on and let's go to the end. We're going to get away from the main little area. So if this is basically 100 0 is where this is. If we go out to, let's go to like 200. And this is really dark. Let's go to like 300. And this is really dark. I am aware. So apologies for that, but not much I can do about that. So 300 0. And then we're going to just build out a little bit of a platform. And light it up. And I think that'll be good. So first thing we're going to need to do is set down our, well, first thing I think I want to do is claim the area, and I want to hit F9. Oh, I chose a chunk border. Of course I did. So we're going to have everything in here, and let's try to keep this chunk more than anything else. So let's get rid of that, and we'll break this so that we can just be on this chunk. And we'll just bring this out to about here. And this will be our center point right here. Not this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up just a pretty basic dark room. And it is going to be cursed earth, which should make things a little bit nicer, a little bit easier for getting ender pearls. And let's see, we're gonna want our ender chest. So let's see, let's F3, F9. I want to go back here, and we're gonna go ahead. Is it shift? No. Oh, we're gonna chunk load these two chunks. If I hit F3, does it tell me? No, I don't think so. Alright, so we're going to put this guy right here. And if we open up, there's nothing in there. We need to set it to black, 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 which is why we have the charcoal. And there we go. There is the rest of our stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up, I think, right here, the grinder. And I want to have, that is the area for the grinder. So that is the area it will do stuff with. So what we'll do is get blocks like so, and alright, that is all we needed to see. So basically what we just did was set up the boundaries for this guy. And it's going to be a relatively small Enderman farm, but it should give us plenty of Ender Pearls for the time being. And then we'll just do one of these. Probably would have been better to bring my builder's wand, but oh well. Alright, so with that taken care of, and there we go. So that is a nice little platform. Go ahead and break that. So what we're going to have is we're going to have our item ducts right here. We don't need that anymore. We're going to take a servo, and we're going to have this enabled. And let's see, we're going to want power lines and liquid. So trash can fluids can go right here, and I think we could put it right next to it. So let's try that. So I think that'll work, and then we're gonna want some hardened flux ducts like so, not like up, not up. And like so, or we go underneath. You know, let's do this. So we can put item duct down, and flux ducts like so. And then we'll put our furnace generator here with an item duct going into it like so. And then what we'll need to do is we'll put a servo on this guy and say whitelist blocks of coal always active. So if there are blocks of coal in here, it will go into the system. Oh no. Okay, we can fix that. There is a way we can fix that back at the base. So we can't test this system quite yet. And then what I want to do is that's going to be... Let's go ahead and build this out. And we need to just basically make this not that big, but there's a couple of things I kind of forgot to do. So we're gonna do this, and we'll come back to this here in a moment. So I don't have my dirt, do I? No, I took my dirt. Okay, we'll also need to get dirt. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So something like this works just fine. And what we're gonna do is these guys we're gonna have be the dark glass. 3, 4, 5. Just to make it look a little bit nicer. And yeah, so this is our Enderman farm. We just have to finish it up a little bit. So in order to do that, we need to go back and fix some settings that I didn't think about at all. And yeah, that should be about it. So hopefully this works. We'll keep this stuff on us just in case it doesn't. And then what we can do is we can always move this guy here and put a fluid duct there if we need to. But let's head this direction. And I want to go ahead and kind of mark that just so that we can see it on the map. I went really fast, so that is good. Let's go through. And alright, so a couple things we need to do. First of all, coal blocks. We need to tell this guy blacklist coal blocks. So if I put a block of coal in there, it should disappear, but it shouldn't go back in here. We should see power over at the furnace generator. Next thing, we're probably gonna want to upgrade this guy, but I'll worry about that soon. Let's get we have one upgrade. Let's go ahead and just make a void upgrade. And I want to teach the system how to make these, so that's going to be a little bit of crafting. Void upgrade. So we'll teach it how to do that. And then I also want to teach the system how to make this. And I really hope that I didn't already teach it this. Drawers. Let's go ahead and... Do I not have any more sticks? I need to teach the system how to make sticks. Wow. So wood. Like so. And allow substitution. That makes sticks. So we should be able to go ahead and do a lot of this stuff. And I'll worry about the rest of the stuff later. For right now, I just want to make sure that this guy has a void upgrade just because of how much stuff we're going to get. So let's see. Power is taken care of. We need our dirt. Where'd my dirt go? That sucked it out. I found it. Alright, so that's not where we want it. I'm trying to think, can you like compress ender pearls? Is that a thing that can be done? No, those can't go in there. And let's see, can they go in here? They can. How about into here? No. So we need to get a filter so that we don't pulverize our ender pearls. I just want to make sure, is that the only other thing? Because that would cost us a lot. Magma Crucible. Yeah, so let's get a filter. Filter. Can we just get a normal filter? I don't really need one that's that powerful. And we'll just tell the system here, blacklist ender pearls. And is there anywhere else that it could go? These guys have filters. That's a whitelist. That's a blacklist, but it can't go in here. Yeah, so that should not be a problem. If I put 10 ender pearls in here, we should see it disappear to here. Correct? Is there anywhere else it could potentially go? Or is it just taking... Okay, it just took some time. Alright, so... that should be that stuff fixed. We don't need the angel block. And then the last thing we need is slabs. We're going to need a lot of slabs, so let's just take all these stone slabs. And the reason we need these is just so that we can get prevent spawn. So let's go back. And there's an enderman here. I hate that I can't hear my jetpack. Alright, so this is the area, and what we're going to have to end up doing is slabbing this entire place once we're done. But before we do, we should see there's power. It's full of power. Cool. So if we put one of these in here, it should go right down here. Correct? Yes. Okay, perfect. I'm just going to throw the rest of that in there. And so all we have to do is throw in blocks of coal every once in a while, and it will take care of itself. So now we fly in here. And put dirt down like so. And now the Cursed Earth. So why we are using Cursed Earth is pretty easy. It is going to allow us to get a lot of spawns very quickly, regardless of where we're at. We can go ahead and get this stuff to spread. And the whole thing with this is this will work constantly, get us ender pearls, and the nice thing about this is completely self-sufficient, more or less. This will not fill up with essence. I don't really care about the essence. We don't need it. This will be nice and lot of Enderman, because Cursed Earth speeds up spawn rates. And the nice thing about that is, well, we don't actually have to worry about, I don't know if it'll grow there, so let's break this for a second. Put a block there, and then grow. Cool. So we just need to get out of here now. Seal the top. I want to put the trash can back. And honestly, we don't need light over here, so we can just get rid of that. I want to have a nice little platform to land on if we need to. This is keeping up relatively with power. If it doesn't, it doesn't, honestly. But, so here's the reason why we use Cursed Earth. Speeds up spawns. You get a lot more spawns a lot more quickly. And the thing about it is, in the end, the only thing that spawns is Enderman. So, we don't have to worry about anything else spawning here. It is literally only going to be Ender Pearls. So with that taken care of, we just need to put slabs everywhere so that nothing can spawn. So basically, the only place here that Enderman can spawn is within the little kill room. Hopefully the main island, or what's left of the main islands rather, is far enough away that nothing really interferes or anything. We'll have to deal with the unknown dimlets. But other than that, we are done here. So let's head back home and see how many ender pearls we already have. It's probably a lot more than you might realize. Because, yeah, Enderman farms are really, really good. So let's put most of this stuff back. I want to keep a little bit of that. And I'm missing something. I don't know. But anyways, let's go ahead and we will put a, let's see, we're going to need another void upgrade, so let's get one of these. And we'll pop down here and look at how many ender pearls do we already have. We have 53. But here's the thing, as if we just kind of hang around here and look, we'll see more and more come in. Or at least we should. There was one. So, in other words, the farm works. We're going to put this up here, and we're going to void it, because unknown dimlets are useless to us. Dimlets are disabled in this mod pack. You cannot make the world builder, I believe. So there's literally no purpose. But with that taken care of, let's take a look at kind of what's next. So we have ender pearls. That farm will continuously go. Let's go ahead and make the glacial precipitator and finish up the farm with the shards, the shard farm. We just need copper turned into gears. And so kind of the next things that I want to work on is, alright, so we have a couple things we need to work on. Obviously we need to continue working with Thaumcraft and all the magic mods, plus bees, and then all the tech stuff to try to get our first creative energy cell. That is all good and well, but we need a lot of stuff to get to that point. It's going to take a while. So I'm trying to decide what to do next. That's the kind of issue at this point, is how do we kind of proceed? And I think continuing on in magic would be good, or we're going to kind of step up automation. Automate more systems so that we can just kind of sit back and let things run, and then eventually we'll have everything we need. So for example, with these pellets of RTG, that's not too bad to do. I need to run a bunch of iron plates, but that's not that difficult. Let's go ahead and get the glacial precipitator. And I think the next thing I want to do is start automating stuff like clay and soul sand, so that those are going to be as needed. We'll have a chest and all that kind of stuff, and then redstone into netherrack will be as needed, and then obsidian, which will do a level emitter. So that is the secret way to do all that stuff. Now the glacial precipitator, if I just throw it down, doesn't really matter right now. Let's just put it right here. So you give it power, you give it water, and you can make ice, snow, or snowballs. We're gonna have one make ice, so that we can get the ice for the water shards. That is the plan with that. So we'll set that up next time. And I think, let's see, what else do we need to do? So let's kind of look at what all we're going to want to. I think next episode is going to be an automation episode. And then after that, we will go back to probably Thaumcraft for a bit and kind of bounce around. So I think what we're going to work on is I'm going to, off camera, set up drawers for all of these guys with void upgrades and all that kind of fun stuff. And we'll have to automate this. So basically, we could just put an interface, transport the items, or we'll just extend a cable. Either way, it doesn't really matter too much. Probably use this cable. This is probably going to be the cable for a lot of different things, for all of this as well, which will be 2 channels, and then this one will require 2 more channels, and then that will be full, but I don't really want to use that one. Don't want to use that one, so we might run another channel over there, or or we do something else. I don't know. I'll figure something out for that. There is this guy over here, but is this channel full? Because this has a lot of stuff on it. It is the white channel. It is not full. So we could just pull channels off of this guy over here. Just bring him down to the lava. I think that'll work. Okay, we're gaining power. Alright, so kind of the next things that I want to work on is we'll continue working towards the creative energy cell. The enhanced Galgadorian metals is probably the next thing we're going to want to kind of automate. And of this, well, most of this isn't that bad now. Slime balls are probably the worst, but not really. Gelatinous slime. Magma creams are probably the worst thing of this. So we have a good bit of slime balls. We could have slimy saplings being grown and harvested. That is a way to kind of handle that. I'm just not sure right now. So I'll have to kind of think about how I want to do that. The enhanced Galgadorian metals also require, let's see, glowstone. These eyes of enders are easy now. Gas tiers are a little bit of a pain, but soul sand sifting could be a thing for that. But that's probably not the best way to do it. I think the better way would be killing gas. Fermented spider eyes. Spider eyes are probably the worst of those, but we are getting them from the farm, and mushrooms are the other ones that are kind of annoying. So we could get brown mushroom spores and grow those. That could be a thing, but I think those are a pain to do. So I don't know. I'll have to kind of think about what we're going to do next time, but it is going to be automation somehow. And we'll kind of go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Enderman farm completed, and we already have 93 ender pearls. So now I can potentially tell it to make, let's make 3 more energy cells. Can we make 3 more of these? We certainly can. And just let it do its thing. So that's the type of stuff I want to get working on, just getting more auto crafting up and running and all that kind of fun stuff. And we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!